developing. Hunter Biden encouraging his father to stay in presidential race during emergency family meeting at Camp David. Now, I think only reason Hunter Biden want his dad to stay in is because he know his dad will protect him from the money laundering charges and stuff that are to come. He feels he feels the walls closing in on him, and he know that daddy gonna make sure he ain't gonna go to prison for the family business of stealing money and selling influence to our enemies. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're gonna show some clips from around the media world. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon, and that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from Christina Layla from Gateway Pundit, and she reports that Joe Biden's family is encouraging him to stay in the presidential race, according to the New York Times. Hunter Biden was the strongest voice encouraging Joe Biden to resist pressure to drop out. Wow, wow, wow. If this is not going to upset the rest of the elites and and a lot of people in the Democratic Party. But on Saturday, NBC News reported Joe Biden humiliated and devoid of confidence after Thursday night's debate. It was reported that Joe Biden would be discussing the future of his campaign with his family at Camp David on Sunday amid calls for him to drop out of the 2024 race. Biden lumbered down the stairs after arriving to New Jersey for a fundraiser. Later on, Joe Biden was seen slack-jawed and shuffling across the tarmac in New York in the Hamptons as Nurse Jill assisted him. So let me get this. Let me show the clip of the video of that. Oops. Okay, give me 1 second here. All right, so check this out. Here we go. Sad. It's sad. It's sad that they're doing this to this old man. Make sure he don't fall now. Make sure he don't fall. Shuffling, look. Oh man, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Later Saturday, Joe Biden and his family traveled to Camp David in Maryland. Biden's trip to Camp David was already on his public schedule, but NBC News reported Biden would be meeting with his family to discuss his campaign going forward. The New York Times on Saturday evening reported that Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden was the strongest voice, encouraging his father to stay in the race. Said, quote, one of the strongest voices imploring Mr. Biden to resist pressure to drop out was his son, Hunter Biden, whom the president who has long leaned on for advice, the New York Times reported. Why would anyone get advice from Hunter Biden? He is an admitted crackhead. Why would anybody take him seriously is the question. But it said, quote, Hunter Biden wants Americans to see the version of his father that he knows, scrappy and in command of the facts, rather than the stumbling, aging president Americans saw on Thursday night. And then you got CNN pundit and former advisor to George W. Bush, Scott Jennings, went off on Hunter and Joe after the New York Times dropped its new report Sunday night. So I'm going to play that clip.
Family.
1 second here. All right, so here we go. Check this out.
I mean, there's reporting tonight from the New York Times that the Biden family strongly wants Joe Biden to stay in. And the Times says that the strongest voice in the room is convicted felon, notorious influence peddler, and crack addict Hunter Biden. Now, listen, gravy trains with biscuit wheels have a lot of momentum, and I understand why they want him to stay in the race. This is crazy. The issue is not the campaign. Joe Biden is not just a political property. He's the current president of the United States. Stuff's happening every day. He's got 2 jobs, run for office and conduct the office while he's in it. Maria said nobody wants the president to step aside. Nobody except for 72% of the American people in the poll you just put up thinks he should step aside. I mean, people are freaking out right now because of what they saw. You cannot unsee what we saw, and you can also not unlearn what we have learned, which is that we've been lied to for 3.5 years about this man's condition. I mean, there's...
Well, I kind of agree with Hunter Biden, though. But we want his father to stay in for 2 separate reasons, for different reasons. He wants his father to stay in to protect him from the charges that's going to be coming. I want him to stay in because I know that he's a poor candidate, and Donald Trump will mop the floor with this feeble-minded Joe Biden. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below, like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.